And also start your engines. It's time for the dirt
Yeah,
report, as well as the lap down. How we doing tonight, guys?
yeah.
Doing good.
We're as well as we can. Not gonna lie.
We'll be joined shortly by a couple other guests. They're just finishing up some things. Let's first off discuss why we brought in the lap down this week. Bristol Motor Speedway is hosting an MLB game this week tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. The Braves.
And Redbird is late.
Yinzer, go drink your beer. Shut the hell up.
I can't. I gotta hear auto cars, and not my '81 IROC Camaro.
That's in September. That comes in September.
But Stiller Scott gets Super Bowl, and Aaron Rodgers be traded to the Vikings because he's fucking worthless.
I was surprised that Yinzer doesn't drive a 81 DK.
No, he drives an IROC Camaro that's rusted by the Pennsylvania salt.
Yep. But like I said, how do you guys feel? Like, are you guys excited about the MLB game being at Bristol Motor Speedway? Does this bring out opportunities for different venues, bringing MLB games that are not necessarily for MLB games?
I think so. I was just kind of looking it up to see what the normal seat capacity for Bristol Motor Speedway. So for a normal race, and this is something that we do at the lap down, we look at intricate things. My name is Jamie, by the way. I am.
They know who you are, Jamie. We've had you on Dirt and Turf.
But the low fun
and the hard count.
Speedway,
Yep.
They hold approximately 146,000 seats. Now, when we compare that to the stadium, to the game that is being held there, the seating capacity for that is,
I believe, roughly about 90,000, if I last saw correctly.
let me pull it up. It gave them an additional 85,000.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So that is wild. An additional 85,000 seats at a speedway that already has
Almost 150.
146,000. So we're looking at 200,000 people plus cram packed into the greatest Coliseum down in Bristol, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. It's been covered in dirt. It's already been covered in dirt before, but this is a different kind of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing the bats and balls.
Yeah. Well, Bristol has not only hosted a football game as well. They're also now hosting a baseball game. And let me remind the fans of one thing: it is not uncommon for baseball to be in unfamiliar territory. After all, remember, baseball started. One of the earliest stadiums is the Polo Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the dual-use venues with the Metrodome, and other stadiums as well that the NFL had,
Shea Stadium.
and of course, who could forget the Field of Dreams game that we had during the dark eras, the dark times, when Corona Chan pulled a Ricky Katami and stuck her dick and everything.
And London series.
Yep.
They want to have a game in Mexico City as well. Sorry, Jamie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm looking at how everything is laid out at Bristol. It is just so pretty, so well put together. It really makes me want to see Nashville hold a Winter Classic at the Coliseum.
That would be cool as hell.
What would be cool is to have a Winter Classic at one of the racetracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I was referring to. The Nashville Predators hockey club having their Winter Classic game out there inside Bristol, because now they show the platform of what can be done with the baseball field. All you gotta do is just do a hodgepodge ice rink in the middle of that thing, add more seats, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go.
Yeah, you could bring in portable seating, for that arena anyway. I mean, if the Winter Classic can be done at ow. That hurt. If the Winter Classic can be done at Citizens Bank Park and any other venue, even at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, then yeah, I'm pretty sure it can be done at Bristol.
Can I say something real quick about that? So, and I mean, you don't really watch NASCAR much anymore, but what other tracks would you want to see MLB try to play a baseball game at? Like, what would be cool? What would be an interesting one to play at?
An interesting one. If there was an MLB team in there, I would say North Wilkesboro.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
You know, North Wilkesboro has the history. But I think if I were a betting man, I think also, but then again, that might be risky as well. They don't have any type of sporting team there anyway. Talladega.
I was thinking Talladega or Daytona. Have it in the front stretch of Daytona.
I think I wouldn't do Daytona. Like, not gonna lie, as historic as Daytona is, I personally, as someone who isn't a NASCAR fan anymore, but understands the history of NASCAR, having watched it with my grandfather, my Uncle Sean, may they rest in peace. And I know the history of those tracks. Daytona is a great track, but Daytona can survive on its own. There are smaller tracks out there, like the aforementioned North Wilkesboro, where saying SMI years ago was akin to poisoning yourself. Considering the debacle that they had over there. I mean, now they got the race back with the All-Star race, but the point still stands. Damage was done.
Mm-hmm.
And, I would want to hold any sporting event at an area that would need it more. Whether it be Darlington, whether it be Talladega, somewhere where the market is unknown. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jamie. What do you think?
So I'm looking at just if we're talking about like a classic speedway that could really use some publicity and have the space to be able to hold a hockey rink, look no further than Rockingham, right there in North Carolina. You can have the Hurricanes. That's a good one.
Yep.
Right in the middle of the legendary racetrack.
Rockingham. You could also have the Charlotte Motor Speedway there as well.
Atlanta Motor Speedway would be a good one.
Well, see, the thing is about those tracks. Those tracks are way too big, way too big to host a hockey game where you're pretty much plastering in the center. And plus, the way that they have laid out, like where all the garages are and everything like that, you could always make a case like if they use the space where they use the roval, like the road course aspect. I guess you could technically put a rink there, but the angling of everything would be off, as opposed to Rockingham. Everything's more condensed, so you would get louder crowd noise.
The main problem that I have, and I think that all of us have, is that we think with logic and morality, whereas everyone else that we know, whether every commissioner of integrity, famous commissioners of integrity, Rob Manfred, Roger Goodell, Gary Bettman, and Adam Silver, they all think with their wallets. They don't think with what would do right by the fans and the community. All right, what would actually bring money to the community? And again, we think with the logic of a fan, of a person, whereas those halfwits think with their pocketbook.
one more thing before we move on to the next topic. I was actually thinking about this, even though really they don't really have like any really baseball teams or anything. I was thinking Dover because of the infield, like how the infield is.
You're not going to get anything in Dover. You're not going to get anything in Dover. Not with Bally zoning it. No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As
Bally
much as I would
zones it.
love to see anything at Dover, one, we don't have a hockey team. We don't have an NFL team. The only thing we got of a national sports association of anything is NASCAR.
Well, NASCAR. We're pretty much a 1A when it comes to the NCAA, and we have an MILB stadium. All right, at Frawley Stadium up in Wilmington.
Shout out to the Blue Rocks.
Yep, my dad drove for them for 5 years. So,
all right, let's move on to this. Actually, yesterday was the trade deadline for the MLB. We got some interesting takes actually.
To the Twins.
Yeah.
Should have signed Aaron Rodgers. Embrace destiny.
So from yesterday, we got the top trades from yesterday. This is on the deadline day. The Padres acquire Mason Miller and J.P. Sears from the Athletics for Leo DeVries, Brandon Nett, Henry Baez, and Eduardo Nunez. This is what he's referring to as the Minnesota Tees, RIP Minnesota Twins. Carlos Correa is reuniting with the Houston Astros.
Bang those trash cans. Bang them.
On top, and the Mariners got their hot corner back after Kyle Seager retired a few years ago. Mariners acquire Eugenio Suarez from the Diamondbacks for Tyler Locklear, Hunter Cranton, and Juan Burgos. The Phillies just boosted their bullpen, their closing role, with Joan Duran from the Twins for Eduardo Tai and Mickey Abel.
And that man has the most awesome come-out music that I have ever heard. If you have not heard it, you need to go on YouTube and listen to that thing. That thing is fire.
Oh, it is, but I still think...
Was he come out too? Was he come out too?
So it starts off with the Undertaker's bell gong.
Right.
And then it transitions into an upbeat... has like fire LEDs going around the stadium, and it gets more upbeat, and it goes into like another language. But the song's very heavy. If you haven't listened to it,
wait. You're saying he's using the Ministry of Darkness theme of the Undertaker?
Something very similar to it. You have to YouTube it.
And then
because if it's the one where the Undertaker is speaking in tongues, then yes, it's the Ministry of Darkness theme.
And the rip to the Pirates. Sorry, Yinzer. The Pirates and Steelers fans get fucked in the ass most years.
Don't care! Steelers got Super Bowl! Fuck you!
Fuck you too. We love you too, Yinzer. Anyway, Yankees acquire David Bednar, the superstar reliever for the Pirates, for Rafael Flores, Edwin Perez, and Brian Sanchez. Number 6, the Rangers acquire right-handed pitcher Merrill Kelly from the D-backs for left-handed pitcher Cole Drake, David Hedman, and Mitch Brock. That's not a bad pickup. Merrill Kelly is really good. And the Lowell Mets reign supreme.
Lowell Mets reigning supreme, lost again.
I don't know why they picked up another closer. I mean, they have Gregory Soto and Ryan Hesley and Edwin Diaz. I don't understand why they picked up.
No. You said you said his name wrong. It isn't Edwin Diaz. It's Edluz Diaz.
No, he's actually been on
Edluz Diaz.
But Mets acquire Ryan Hesley from the Cardinals for Jesus Baez, Nate Dome, and Frank Esliot, or what you call him. And this one's a no shocker. I mean, the the Blue Jays acquire Shane Bieber from the Guardians for Carl Stevens.
Oh, great. Toronto acquires a Bieber. They thought it was Justin.
I was waiting for that joke.
So between you guys, who would you say had the bet? Who would you say is the overall winner of the trade deadline?
My personal opinion, the Tigers.
All right, go ahead and explain.
The Tigers actually boosted up their rotation and a couple middle lineup players to help boost their lineup. Screwball was really the only pitcher after their rookie sensation went down, and they added a couple really good arms later in the trade.
All right, Cobra.
I think it's Toronto.
I mean, both New York teams are up there too as well.
Right, but the reason why I'm picking Toronto is Toronto needed a big piece in their bullpen to really get themselves over the hump. They had all the offensive weapons, they just couldn't pitch around it. If that makes sense. They got Shane. They needed ace pitching. They got an ace in Shane Bieber. I think Toronto is obviously poising to win the World Series. Yeah, go big or go home. No balls, nuts out. Let's go.
Padres acquire Ryan O'Hearn and outfielder Ramon Laureano from the Orioles for 6 prospects.
They're still not beating Rob Manfred's favorite team. The one that has famous responsible gamblers. Show it, Tiny. That.
And the next one, that was all from the 31st. This is, I'm gonna go through the 20th. These are the top 20, and I'm gonna explain who do you think won out on the list. Yankees acquire Ryan McMahon from the Rockies. I guess the Rockies are good at one thing: getting rid of good players.
That's all the Rockies are good for.
Mm-hmm. Opening their pocketbook. Rip to Chris Bryant. I wish they would trade him to a better team because he needs to. But Mariners acquired Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks for Brady Garcia and Ashton Izzy. The Dodgers traded somebody. Red Sox acquire right-handed pitcher Dustin May from the Dodgers for players to be named later in cash considerations.
Right.
Now, I will say this. You just touched on who I think had the best trade deadline moves, and that was the Seattle Mariners. So
the Mariners did really well.
Yeah, when you think about the Mariners, the two main key players is Eugenio Suarez and Josh Naylor. They added more boom power to their offense without sacrificing any notable pitching, without sacrificing any prospects. They just made very wise decisions, and they have now made themselves a team that will be very hard to pitch against.
They gave up prospects for these too, by the way.
They're still going to kick their fans in the dick because that's all they know how to do.
So to rephrase, yes, they traded prospects, but they didn't deplete their whole pool of great prospects, unlike some franchises.
Rockies.
You guys, I mean, Jamie, you guys picked up John Duran, so I mean, you guys have a hell of a close
now. Yeah, they're trying to go big in Philly.
And then another two. I'm actually not going to go all through them because it's just boring. Two more notable ones I'm going to go over are Phillies acquire outfielder Harrison Bader. That's not a bad pickup though.
Yeah, they definitely need the outfielder help. They lacked speed out there, and Bader is just that. Cobra, I think something's going on with Tyler's mic.
Well, that wouldn't be surprising. It's Tyler. He it seems like he always has something wrong. Internet went down. It looks like Tyler. Of all the times for you to pull Tyler,
Oh man.
he's back.
I'm here. And actually, the other one was Cedric. The New York Mets acquire Cedric Mullins from the Orioles for Anthony Nunez, for Ramon Gomez, and Chandler Marsh.
Huh.
Cedric Mullins is not a bad pickup. You got Brandon Nimmo, Cedric Mullins, and Sterling Marte in the outfield. That's a pretty good outfield.
Hold on, you said Cedric Mullins wasn't a bad pickup?
No, I mean he's not great. He's not great, but he's not bad. It's like a solid middle of the lineup piece for the Mets that they've been missing.
That's a little sus. That is sus.
I said he wasn't great, but he wasn't terrible.
Sus.
Anyway, I think the Mets are up there besides the Mariners. The biggest loser I can already tell is the Diamondbacks and the Twins.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest loser is the Twins. That's the biggest loser right there.
I wish if I could, I would give them an F-.
Like, why would they do that?
I mean, Carlos Correa is a liability anyway.
Valid, but even so, it's like, why would you even, make that appearance? It just doesn't look good.
I mean, honestly, at least they didn't dick their fans over worse by getting rid of Byron Buxton.
Yeah.
The Yankees gave up Oswaldo Cabrera for a couple players, but Oswaldo Peraza wasn't doing that good. So it's not. I like the kid, but he's not the. He'll have a better opportunity on a different team.
Yeah.
Like I said. Anyway, with the trade deadline, like I said, who do you think? Honestly, since we did this before a couple weeks ago, going into the second half after the All-Star break. Now, you guys, Jamie wasn't here for that, but you remember we did picks to win the division and wild card. We're going to do that again. We're going to do that again after the trade deadline. It could change. It could not change. We're going to start with Jamie since he hasn't been on Dirt and Turf in a while. What do you think? We're going to start with the AL East. Who do you think is going to win the AL, and who's going to be in the wild card?
So before I get to that, you were talking about some of the losers. I think the Padres are a weird winner and one of the biggest winners and one of the biggest losers, because they already had the best bullpen when we're talking about. And then they go and get probably one of the most electrifying young closers in Miller. But the amount of money that they gave up, or the amount of money and prospects that they gave up for him, it's pretty much rest in peace future of Padres. They
gave a lot
pool to get this kid.
And a left-handed starter too as well with JP Sears, which is. They have all right-handed pitching. They needed a left-hander after giving up Blake Snell last year.
Yeah. But back to the question at hand. So you said who do I think is going to win the AL East, or? So
the question is, who do you think is going to win? So we're going to go division by division. Who's going to win the division, and who do you think is going to be who do you think is going to make the wild card for each division?
Okay. Based on the moves that have been made, I think the Blue Jays are taking the division.
Okay.
Wild card. the easy pickings could be the Yankees, but I think the Red Sox are gonna have a strong closing of the season.
You know what's funny is I said those exact ones after the All-Star break. All right, Cobra, what do you got?
Well, mine's a no change. You know, Blue Jays winning the division, Yankees wild card, and Rays also wild card as well.
I respect that, actually.
Yeah, basically they're going to steal a wild card spot from the AL Central and West. So
Okay.
yeah,
My personal
I
pick.
do.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And the team they will eliminate is the Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners and the Guardians.
Oh, he's
Yep.
firing shots over at my biggest winner pick.
It's the Mariners. They always falter at the end of the season.
It's the Mariners. They have a habit of kicking their fans in the dick. It's like watching it's habit. You know, you ever seen Idiocracy? Even though we're technically in one, where they play the hit show "Ow My Balls." That's the Seattle Mariners.
That's pretty much so. Okay, so mine's actually going to be slightly changed. I think we're all in agreement that the Blue Jays are going to win the division. That's a given. I actually might. I'm not going to change mine. I'm sticking with the Red Sox getting the wild card for the AL East.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Central. What do we got, Jamie?
For the Central, I mean, the Tigers have been playing just as good as just about everybody, any of the top teams have been. I don't see that changing. I don't think that they didn't really make a lot of great moves, but they didn't lose anything either. So they're kind of where they need to be, and I think they're just going to keep going. As far as wild card, Cleveland's going to Cleveland, and the Royals are going to make their way back up into the wild card.
Wow, Cleveland's going to Cleveland.
What have you got? Oh, well, you already said yours, but if you had to choose a wild card, just in theoretical, who would make the wild card from the Central?
Wild card Central theoretical. I gotta go with Cleveland.
Now
Kansas City doesn't have enough.
See, that's where I was actually going to go, because I was going to go with the Tigers, and I was going to have the Royals having a good second half of the season and overtaking the Guardians.
I just don't think Cleveland has enough. That's the problem. You know, they've got good hitting. They just don't have great hitting, and you need to have great hitting in the playoffs. Even to make the playoffs, they don't have it. You know, yeah, they have Bobby Witt. Yeah, they have Salvi, but it's just they don't have enough.
Now, let's move on to the AL West. What do we got? Go ahead, Jim.
It's looking like it's the trash throws.
Unfortunately, yeah. Go ahead, Jamie.
So I'm doubling down with my biggest moves. I think the Mariners actually come out and beat the Trash Pandas and Astros and take the division.
It's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to the final week.
They kick their fans in the dick, Jamie. Don't you get it?
But
I
get it from what you're saying. I get it from what you're saying. But what's the greatest way that they can do that? By winning the division, then just crapping their pants once they hit playoffs.
That's true.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. The Seattle Mariners pretty much pull a Seahawks in the Super Bowl versus the Patriots and not run the ball.
Don't give me.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
giving that asshole cut Tom Brady more rings. Yeah, so him and his favorite fuckboy Roger Goodell could go to their penthouse, sip brandy, and toss nickels at little boys allegedly.
Oh my
And
god,
just
we're gonna get
just for you,
canceled.
Cobra, when it comes to my wild card, if there is a team that's going to do it, it's going to be your favorite, famous responsible gambler, Shohei Ohtani, and the Angels.
Oh, he's not on the Angels anymore.
He's on the Dodgers. Famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani's on the Dodgers. Different Los Angeles team.
This is why
it's not even LA. It's Anaheim. Get it right.
Yeah, it's the Los Angeles Angels of Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, California, of Los Angeles, California.
You just had a mild stroke there, Cobra.
This is a letdown.
This is why we.
This is why he sticks to the lap down in football.
And this is why anyway.
This is why you should fund us to get us money so that Cobra can get a laptop so we can get Izzy back in here. The gremlin that really would cancel us all.
Anyway, Cobra, what do you got? I mean, you got the Astros. That's a given. In theoretical, what do you got for the wild card? Because you already had your prediction for the.
If the Mariners could get out of their own way, they'd be a wild card team without a doubt. But they have the bad habit of getting in their own way. They can't help themselves. They're like a teenager at Spencer's Gifts. They gotta go to the adult section and take a look at all the toys.
That's fucked. Anyway, I don't personally think. I don't think any AL West team's going to make the wild card. I have the Astros winning it. But I'm actually going to backtrack my statement, and it's going to be Cleveland and Kansas City that make the wild card up over anybody in the AL West. But if I had a theoretical, I would honestly go with the Texas Rangers.
Yep. All right.
NL East. We're going to start with Cobra this time.
The Mets are winning the division.
Okay.
With the Phillies in the wild card. That
okay,
I don't think I changed that from last time. I don't think.
But it is going to be a dogfight to the end, though.
Yes.
Jamie, what's your predictions? I mean, you're a Phillies fan,
Phillies are taking the division.
I knew that was coming.
They are taking the division because their biggest Achilles heel has not been having a closing pitcher, and they now have it in the.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Their biggest Achilles heel, his name is Bryce Harper.
Nah.
That is sad.
That end. There's not many disasters left for Nick Castellanos in a 2-run shot in the left.
That is also true.
I mean, all you need.
The Mets have to worry about Duran, and they have to worry about the Schwarber bombs.
Kyle Schwarber is having an MVP season. It just sucks that Shohei has to be in the same division, in the same
conference.
Yeah. All right. My personal opinion, I think the Mets. I personally am going to go with the Mets and the Phillies making the wild card, but I think it's going to come down to the final week.
You think it's going to come down to the final game? Okay.
No, not the final game. The final week, final series.
Ooh, okay. Final stretch. Okay.
But I honestly, if we had to like choose like a dark horse, I wouldn't rule out the Miami Marlins, honestly.
I would. They've done this shit before.
They're 52-55 though. They're actually hot right now.
They've pulled this shit before. They have pulled this shit before. Don't lie to yourself.
Anyway, National League Central. Everybody's favorite Fight Club is leading the.
But I'm gonna say the Cubs win this division.
Okay, and who makes the wild card in this division?
The Fight Club.
Okay.
The Fight Club make the division.
What about you, Jamie?
So when it comes to like the National League, I have the Phillies making the playoffs, but I don't have the Mets making the playoffs. I think they miss it, and it's because of this division.
We're in a different division. We're in the Central.
I know we're in the Central.
I know. Oh, I see. I see what he's doing. Okay. Okay.
Because between the Cubs and the Brewers, they're going to take up 2 spots, and then I also think the Dodgers and the Padres are going to take up the other 2 spots. So I only think the Phillies out of the East are going to make it into the playoffs.
Okay. All right. In my personal opinion, I personally think the Cubs are going to win it as well. But I have the Brewers making the wild card.
Nice.
Now, this one's a given. NL West, I'm sure we all in agreement of who's going to win the division. Go ahead, Cobra.
Yeah, unfortunately, the deck is stacked with famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani leading the charge. We know it is.
But
we know man.
Go ahead.
But I mean, we know Manfred is leading the charge for that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead now.
I was gonna say, who do you got for your wild card?
For wild card, well, if it were Izzy, she'd be all in with the Giants, but we know better. The Padres are probably going to be the ones in the wild card spot. Just how it seems.
And you already said yours, right, Jamie? The Dodgers and the Padres.
Yep, and I say that because the Padres have had the Mets number, so I think they let the division slip out of their fingers with their key matchups against the Phillies late in the season.
Mm-hmm. And my personal opinion is we're all in agreement the Dodgers are going to win the division. But I am honestly going to be on Izzy's side here, and I'm going to say the Giants will surge after this slump they're in, and I think they'll make the wild card. I'm just like, I'm taking that bold pick and I'm riding it till the end of the season because I don't really care for the Padres or the Dodgers.
Right.
And all right. Any other things we want to discuss, like playoffs? I mean, the playoff picture is starting to look pretty nicely. I mean, like I said, we got to the division leaders and stuff like that. Since we're on that topic, let's go over the standings.
Oh yeah.
All right. Who wants to do first?
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling them up right now. Okay. All right. I'll take care of the AL East.
You got it.
At 64-46 with a 5.82 win percentage are the Toronto Blue Jays. 5 of the last 10. Right behind them, the New York Yankees. 60-49, a 5.50 win percentage. 3.5 games back. 5 of the last 10. Creeping up behind them, giving a little bit of a fear of God into the New York Yankees are the Boston Red Sox. 59-51, 5.36 win percentage. 5 games back, but 6 of the last 10. Falling a little bit are the Tampa Bay Rays, 54-56, 491 win percentage, 10 games back, and 2 of their last 10. And then in dead last, Ratbirds, Cat's favorite team, 50-60, 455 win percentage, 14 games back, 6 of the last 10.
You know what? Do we want to let Jamie? Do you want to do Central or do you want to do West?
Is it pretty much just that, just reading off like the
Yes.
the wins and losses?
Yep, wins, losses. You heard how I did it. Hopefully.
Yep. So I guess I'll do the Central. So you got the Tigers leading the division with 64 wins and 46 losses. Above average, above 500. win-loss percentage. They are a more stronger team home than they are away. They're about 50-50 away. So that's a number we need to keep track of by the time everything's said and done, and see what that looks like, because that could have playoff implications right there.
That is a good point to bring up, actually. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got the Guardians at 54-54, batting .500 on wins and losses, with the Royals right behind them at 54-55, half game back. And looking at them, the Guardians are just as about as 50-50 as you can get. They play a little bit better at home, and they play a little bit worse away. Both of them running 26-27 and 27-28. As opposed to the Royals. Royals are a dead even home team, and the away team is they lose more than they win on the away side. Twins are going to twin 51-57 in win-loss, 472 average on the season. They definitely play better at home. They're 30-24 at home, but they cannot win away. They're 21-33 away. And then
Ratbirds here.
Shut up, Yinzer. I was pulling a well.
And then there's the Dark White Sox.
Dark White Sox.
The team that just never is good. 40 wins, 69 losses. Giggity. 367 win-loss percentage.
Look, I have bags under my eyes.
We all do.
The White Sox have a better chance at winning at home, but if they go to an away stadium, they've only won 16 games this season away.
That's crazy. And
Rip.
I will do the West, and Kat, you want to do the NL East?
I don't have any way of doing standings. My computer is almost as dead as I am.
All right. So American League West, we got the Houston Astros, Asterix, Trastros, whatever you want to call them.
Astros, yeah. Go ahead.
62-47 with a 569 win percentage. 5-5 in their last 10. I mean, and also I do actually want to try going over the home things. They are very good at home, 35-24, but they could do a little bit better away because they're 27-23. 58.
They're over 500 away.
Seattle Mariners are 58-52, 527 win percentage. They're 4.5 games back. They're also 500 in their last 10. 29-24 at home and 29-28 away. So the Mariners are pretty much 500 away.
Wow.
The Rangers 57-53, 518 win percentage, 5.5 games back, 7 of their last 10. 34-20 at home, but they're struggling on the way. They're 23-33 on the road. And you got the Anaheim Angels.
Of Anaheim, Los Angeles.
Yep.
53-56 with a 486 win percentage, 9 games back. They're 4 of their last 10. They're 2 games above 500 at home. I mean, they're not great at home, but they're not bad. And they're terrible on the road with a 25-30 record. And I'm almost called them Oakland. We're gonna call them what they're actually going to be. The Las Vegas Athletics, 48-63, 432 win percentage, 15 games back, 6 of the last 10, 22-32 at their Suter Health Park, which if you guys didn't know, they had to relocate because John Fisher and all that. They're in a minor league stadium. They're 22-32, and they're at home, and 26-31 away. All right, Cobra.
All right, and you know what? I'm actually going to go down and go to the west side. And we're going to start with, of course, the team that is in the lead, led by Responsible Gambler, Show it, honey. The Los Angeles Dodgers.
Get your favorite
63 and
professional gambler hat.
46. At the merch
you
shop.
gotta get used to it.
Yep. I changed gear a little bit.
I heard it. I was like, "Ooh, is that a shout to the lap down?" That must be.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So
I was not used to that. That was great. Kudos. I did not know you
That
had
was
that
good.
type of vocal range there.
you should hear me at karaoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you want to hear that?
The Los Angeles.
Nobody wants that.
I'm actually pretty damn good. Thank you very much. But
Jamie needs to join us more often.
he does. He does. He doesn't. He shouldn't be a beach. Anywho, we have, of course, Los Angeles Dodgers, 63-46, 578 win percentage, 5 of the last 10. The San Diego Catholics. What? I'm sorry.
Padres.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. San Diego Catholics. That's why they have little Timmy super glued to their crotch.
When you start going after the public school teacher pedophiles, also, you let me know.
Oh my God!
We gotta get the one out of the White House.
Or the softball coaches.
60 and 49. San Diego Padres, 60 and 49, 550 win percentage, 3 games back, 6 of the last 10. And of course, the San Francisco Giants, 54 and 55, 495 win percentage, 9 games back, 2 of the last 10. Also at 2 of the last 10 are the Arizona Diamondbacks with a very dirty pool, 51 and 58, 468 win percentage, 12 games back, 2 of the last 10. And the Colorado Rockies, strangely surging, 28 and 80, 34 and a half games back, 4 of the last 10.
There are some teams that are not even going to win 80 games. And they've already lost 80 games.
That's the Rockies. That's the Rockies for you.
They're gonna lose overall. They're gonna break the record for the most losses in the MLB season because 28 games in August.
I have no words. Also, I'm sure you guys talked about this already, but I just have to mention how disappointing it was that the Orioles strung together a 3 out of 4 game series against Toronto. And then we traded almost every single one of our really incredible hitters. Some of our relievers who got us out of tight spots and held the game for us. And I'm a little miffed about that.
Kowser?
I think we do still have Kowser. Yeah.
Oh, cool. You still got Moo Man?
Moo. That's one of my favorites. That is really actually one of my favorites.
Now, Jamie, Central or East for you?
I'll do Central.
Okay.
I can't be unbiased if I do the East.
That's
can't.
fair.
We all understand. It's okay.
But we have the Brewers sitting at 64 wins, 44 losses, almost a 600% win percentage. And they've also won 6 out of their last 10. They are a little bit more beatable away. They're 28 and 24, but they are 36 and 20 at home.
I want to point out the Brewers are the best record in baseball right now.
Best record, yes.
I was going to ask if we went over that yet.
But I will say the best team in all of baseball right now is the Cubs. And I say this because and I say this why. Yes, they may be a half game back on the Brewers, but when you look at home versus away performance, they are 34 and 19 at home. Practically impossible to win if you're in Wrigley Field. But then they are 30 and 26 away. So even when they come into your stadium, they're still going to take you down and beat you like a dog. It is absolutely ridiculous of how good this club is right now. And fun fact, the Cubs have the highest away wins in the entire MLB.
Oh, wow, they do. Yeah, you're right, they do.
But fighting for that third spot, you got the Reds at 58 and 53. They went 6-4 of their last 10. 33 and 25 at home, 25 and 28 away, pretty average. And then you got the Redbirds out there in St. Louis that are a full 500. They did drop four. They only won 4 of their last 10 games, so they're on a downward spiral right now. 32 and 24 at home, still really good at home, but away, it's chalk it up as an L because they are 23 and 31 away. But if we're talking about L's, we can't talk about L's any more than the Pirates. 47-62. They are on a weird surge.
Get the hype fire ready, Cat.
They have won 8 of their last 10 games, but they are abysmal 16 and 37 away.
But the Steelers are still going to Super Bowl because we're going to trade Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings. And then we're going to get Mason, the Red Zone Ranger, to lead us to the Super Bowl. Then we fire Mike Tomlin in the sun.
I'm going to take this hype fire from Cat and shove it up your ass, Jinzer.
Kinky.
I can't find my hype fire. I think my daughter put it back in her bag.
All right, let's go to the East. The Mets. The Mets are leading the division at 62 and 47 with a 569 win percentage. 7 of their last 10. They have the best home record in the league at 37 and 16.
And they just bolstered their outfield.
Oh yeah. And then you got
you're welcome, Mets fans.
But I mean, my dad would love you, Dad.
Someone's salty.
I mean, anyway, the Phillies are half a game back at 61 and 47, 565 win percentage. 5 of their last 10. They have 33 and 19 at home, but they're 500 on the road. That's not bad.
No, honestly, if you can get to 500 on the road, you're doing pretty good.
The Marlins, 52 and 55, 486 win percentage, 9 games back, 6 of their last 10. Hey. 24 and 29
Tyler's getting yelled at.
Hey,
no, I'm yelling.
Doggy.
See? Doggy. Anyway, the Marlins are 24 and 29 at home and 28 and 26 on the road. The Braves, what the hell happened, Atlanta? Injuries. Quit getting your players injured. Hey. 46 and 63, 422 win percentage, 16 games back, 2 of their last 10, 2,500 at home, and 20 and 37 on the road. Their only bright spot is Thick Thighs himself, Spencer Strider.
Woohoo! This isn't like football. One ace is not going to make it for you.
Oh, I thought you were about to make a
The Nationals, which are still in the rebuild mode after their World Series, which I honestly, they fired Dave Martinez.
Didn't they do that like 3 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. They did it right after the All-Star break.
Okay. Sorry, I've lost all track of time.
You're good, Kat. It happens. 44 and 64, 407 win percentage, 500 in their last 10, 21 and 31 at home, but 23 and 33 on the road. It's not great, but it's not, I mean, honestly,
it's not the worst either.
It doesn't matter where they play. They play the same.
Joe, Commissioner, why are you cheering for the Rockies? Can you at least pick a different team? I'm like, wow.
Commissioner Overstreet literally lives in Denver, so
He's probably smoking all that weed every day with Snoop Dogg and sitting in the stand smoking weed with Rockies.
Probably.
Anyway,
Probably.
all right. So we're gonna do our games of the week, and then
There it is.
Jamie brought up a good idea. We should do our predictions for the MLB at Bristol after we do our games of the week.
Oh yes.
Yep.
All
Yes.
right. Since we're gonna give Kat the first games of the week, each of us since there's 4 of us, we each get one game to watch for this weekend. What you got, Kat?
Oh, we're not gonna read them.
Oh my God!
Well, Tyler isn't because he's a little bit of an asshole about it.
We are playing the Cubs all weekend, I think, and then going.
Yep, you're playing the Cubs.
And then I think we're going to San Diego.
Yep.
I think, but that's on like Monday.
Before you continue,
See,
Kat, I'll read them off. We got the Braves, Reds, Orioles, Cubs, Brewers, Nats, Tigers, Phillies, Royals, Brewers, or Royals, Blue Jays, Twins, Guardians, Red Sox, Astros, Giants, Mets, Yankees, Marlins, Dodgers and Rays, Pirates, Rockies, Angels and White Sox, Cardinals and Padres, Diamondbacks, Athletics, and Mariners and Rangers. Go ahead, Kat.
Okay, so really and truly, I want to see how the Cubs do. And they're playing the Orioles. I really think that the Cubs may make it all the way this year.
I respect that. Jamie's our guest tonight from the lap down. We'll give him the second one. What game are you interested in keeping an eye on this weekend? You can be biased if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to.
So, I mean, if you're looking at the 2 highest overall teams going at each other, like, yes, it's going to be the Tigers versus Phillies all weekend long. It's going to be a grind. But if I'm going away from like just watching like Philly games, the matchup that intrigues me the most is actually the where is it? Astros Red Sox.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's going to be a great series, and like I said, the Red Sox are going to start their stint of having a strong end of year to get their way into the wild card, and it starts against upsetting the Astros.
What about you, Cobra? What do you got? What game are you watching? We're keeping an eye on this weekend.
You know what? I'm going to give you a little bit of an interesting wild card. You know what game I'm going to watch? The Brew Crew versus the Nationals.
Oh. Okay.
Because of your fiance?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
No, I was waiting for some intricate Cobra variation of why.
If do you even want to know the score of the Nationals Brewers game?
Oh gosh, what is it? Now you have to tell us.
The Brewers are up 16-4 over the Nationals.
The Orioles have had games like that recently. Jamie, does your wife watch baseball?
Yep, she's a Redbird fan.
Cardinals, eh?
Yep, she's from Missouri.
And
we can forget that. It's fine.
I'm going with the special games of the weekend. I'm actually going with the Braves and Reds. I want to see how they do at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's going to be a really cool game, and I think it's going to be they're not great teams, but seeing them play at a half-mile NASCAR oval, it's going to be really cool.
I mean, yes. Obviously, I felt like we were just going to skip that one because I think everybody in America is going to be watching that game come tomorrow night.
I was trying not to be, and everybody knows. Both of these guys know I usually go with the Yankees. I was trying not to be biased this week
because you're a filthy heathen.
But we forgive you every week for that, so it's okay.
All right. Now the question Jamie brought up: What do you guys think the score of the? What do you guys think will be the score of the game tomorrow night in Bristol?
The score of the game. I just figured we'd say
Score
who
of the
we thought was
game,
going to win.
Score of the
and
game.
who do you think? Or we can do like, who do you think's going to hit the farthest home run? Or how far do you think the farthest home run is going to be?
Are they
Okay,
going
that
to
works.
hit any home runs?
I'm gonna say who do you know that's actually gonna hit home runs?
Ronald Acuna Jr.,
Maybe.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Maybe they still have to get the right pitches for it. I'm gonna look up what the dimensions are of the. Oh, I can't get rid of that one. Trying to help my bestie find a well pump. Super fun times.
I got you right here, Kat.
Baseball.
330 down three. I got it right here. 330 down the lines, 400 dead center, 375 in right at power alley, and 384 in the left field power alley.
Oh, that's. I mean, the same as.
That's an
Whoops, wrong thing.
a regular.
Isn't that the same as Yankee Stadium?
No, not even close. Yankee Stadium is way closer by like 15 feet.
Oh,
315 down the lines, 315 down the lines, 408 dead center, 380, 365 in the alleys.
wow. Never mind then. I'm not a Yankee fan, so I wouldn't know any of that.
I also like look at architecture and stuff like that. I look up dimensions and shit like that. But anyway,
which is how you should know that Camden Yards is the superior. Superior?
It
is that a word?
Yeah, superior is a word. It's not just a lake; it's a word.
Fair week,
I think,
and then doing all the stuff, man. Doing all the stuff.
Weed.
I think honestly, if
I don't
just
have
to have
time for substances, okay? I don't even have time for wine.
For shits and giggles,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna predict that Ronald Acuna Jr. hits one 460 foot onto the banking.
Nice.
I think De La Cruz has a chance of hitting a bomb or two. He sees the ball really well, and when he sees the ball really well and makes that contact, the ball just kind of sails.
I think
had the exit velocity. Oh, sorry, Cobra.
I was about to say, I think what's going to really surprise people at the ballpark of Bristol is that it's going to be some no name that's going to have the farthest home run. That's my bold prediction.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is, my prediction. It's not necessarily distance; it's the placement. Someone is going to smash a home run and it's going to land on the racetrack.
That's my prediction too. I want to see one land on the banking.
No,
or even
steal mine.
Yeah.
All right.
I think if you hit it hard enough, you might. I think it looks like they have a little bit more of an advantage on the right of being a right-handed batter. They might be able to if you hit it just right. I think I could put it into the grandstands.
Could be,
but I think the Braves are going to win.
Could be.
I think they're going to stun Cincinnati and win 5-3.
I think that's respectable. I
think it. Go ahead, Kat.
I was gonna say maybe 7-4.
Okay. What do you guys got? What scores?
8-2 Atlanta.
Okay.
Upset.
What about you? Oh, what'd you say, Jamie? I got cut out.
Oh, I said 5-3. Atlanta.
So I personally think it's gonna be an offensive crazy game, and I think it's going to be like the London series back in 2019. I think it's going to be 17-15.
What?
Braves.
That would be insane. We're not watching football yet.
Are we getting extra innings in the Coliseum?
I think I'm actually going to predict that. I think it's going to go 12 innings.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
All right. That's a wrap, guys. Thank you to our sponsors tonight for the lap down, or their primary affiliate, Circle B Diecast. Use the affiliate link down below for $5 off to purchase your next diecast. And thank you to Fubo TV. Hit it, Cobra.
yes, Fubo TV, your go-to place to stream live sports, TV shows, and movies all in one place. And if you use our affiliate link in the bio, wherever you get your podcasts, not only will you be helping out the channel, but you will be having access to over 3,000 live shows, sports, and other available broadcasts. And also, if you are a first-time user, you get a 30-day free trial risk-free. So, once again, for free! Use our affiliate link in the bio to try Fubo TV for yourself and cut the cord from cable. Use Fubo TV. Thank you once again.
Thank you guys for watching tonight. Give a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you notice when we go live or upload videos. So check out our community posts. I'll be posting every once in a while questions, silly comments, interacting with you guys. Also, check out our TikTok, Patreon, Twitter, soon to be Instagram. Check out our Facebook soon. And thank you for the rest of our sponsors. Thank you to the Lap Down thank you to Jamie for coming in for the Lap Down. We wish Greg also speaking of the Lap Down. Have your thoughts and prayers with Greg. He actually just lost a very close friend to him. He's very
Jamie, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Sorry,
Jamie's laughing at
you said that at the worst possible timing. It has nothing to do with what Tyler was just saying. You just looked like for a second there, it looked like you're trying to churn butter, but then you turned it into a baseball swing. It just had me cracking
Anyway,
up.
Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, guys. See
He's
ya.
tapping the dirt off his cleats.
Play ball, everyone.
Play ball.